Welcome to another video. So today I'll be going over the pull up on the right and reverse into car lengths maneuver. So what the examiner wants you to do on this maneuver firstly is find a safe spot when you pull up on the right hand side. So say for instance when you're pulling up on the right hand side, you don't want to end up blocking driveways. And obviously you don't want to pull up opposite parked vehicles, because if you pull up opposite parked vehicles and a vehicle comes from behind, if the road's narrow and a vehicle comes from behind, you'll end up picking a serious fault because that vehicle won't be able to fit through. So secondly, you need to follow the MSM routine when pulling up on the right hand side. So the routine is you check your centre and right mirror, you signal right, and you pull up on the right hand side. The third thing is when you're pulling up on the right hand side, leave about an A4 paper gap. So you pull up fairly close but not too close, because if you pull up too close and you're reversing, you might end up nudging the curb or hitting the curb. And the fourth thing is, before reversing and whilst reversing, you need to keep checking your blind spots. So you'll do thorough checks over your blind spots. If any vehicle pops up from the front or back, you need to gently stop and let that vehicle go past. If you don't let that vehicle go past and you keep reversing, you'll end up picking a serious fault, because it isn't safe if you're reversing and vehicles going from the front or back. So what I'll do is I'll give you an example of it, and then definitely you guys would benefit. So you'll check your centre and right mirror, signal right, brake with your clutch in, and gently move over to the right. So basically the car's completely straight, so what you want to be doing is reversing straight back. You don't want to be playing around with the steering, else you'll end up probably nudging the curb or getting too far out in the road. So you put it in reverse, do your all round checks, make sure it's safe, and then you start reversing. And then you'll keep looking around if any vehicle is popping up from front or back. Reverse it straight back. Keep doing your checks. You can check your mirrors. Keep checking around for any pedestrians or cyclists. And then you can gently stop. So the examiner will say approximately 2 car lengths. So you don't have to do exact. You might end up doing a little bit more or a little bit less. If you do it a little bit more, don't worry about it, because the examiner will just say that's enough and it won't be marked down. So once you've done it, then obviously you'll check your blind spots and then move off again. So I'll give you another example with this as well. Yeah, so you'll check your centre and right mirror, signal right, and then gently move over to the right with your brake, and then you'll put your clutch in near the end. You can cancel your left, so you can cancel your right signal, because once you put it in reverse, people at the back will know that you're reversing. So then you check all around checks. You'll keep checking your blind spots for any pedestrians or even cyclists. Make sure you don't play around with the steering. So keep checking all around checks, and that's enough. So once you've stopped, you can put it in neutral, then you'll select first gear, do your blind spot checks again, and then move off. So say for instance you pull up on the right hand side, you check your centre and right mirror, signal right, you brake and put your clutch in, and you pull up on the right and the car's facing like that towards the left. So you can adjust it by using the 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock method. So what I mean by that is, what you'll do is you'll put it in reverse, do your checks. So I'll leave it at 2 o'clock. So when I'm reversing, I'll leave it at 2 o'clock, keep doing my observations, and then once the car's straight, I'll straighten it up. So now it's bang on straight. So I'll keep doing my observations now. Keep checking. And gently stop. So say for instance the car, say for instance you pull up, and you pull up towards the right like this, facing to the right. So to get close to the curb, I'll use the 10 o'clock method. So 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. So to get close to the curb, I need to steer it towards 10 o'clock. So I'll do my observations. So the reason you use 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, if you steer it too much, then you might end up hitting the curb, and also the back ends and the front ends will end up poking out. So you'll do your observations, keep checking your blind spots. So it's at 10 o'clock now, keep checking my blind spots, keep checking my blind spots, keep checking my blind spots, and then I'll put it at 2 o'clock to straighten it up. Keep checking my blind spots. Keep checking, and now it's straight. And keep checking around, and that's enough. So them are the two scenarios. Say for instance you're a little bit far from the curb, you can adjust it by using the 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock method. So 10 o'clock to get closer to the curb, 2 o'clock to get a little bit further from the curb. So I'll check my centre mirror to see how close someone is following from behind, the right mirror in case someone's overtaking, signalling right, putting my brake in with my clutch and pulling up on the right hand side. So leaving about an A4 paper gap. So because the car's bang on straight, I don't have to play around with the steering. So I'll put it in reverse, do my all round checks, it's clear, and I'll keep checking my blind spots and keep checking all around in case there's a cyclist or pedestrian or even cars coming from the opposite side or the front. If there's a car popping up, I'll have to end up stopping. So I keep checking my blind spots, keep checking around, keep checking my blind spots, and that's enough. I gently stop, put it in neutral, and that's done. So once you move off from right to left, you'll have to check that left blind spot. So if there's oncoming vehicles coming from the opposite side, what you'll do is you'll check your centre and right mirror, signal right, and then you'll gently stop. Let the oncoming traffic go past, then move over to the right hand side. But you want to check your centre and right mirror and signal right in time, so the vehicles behind know that you're going to be pulling up on the right hand side, and you give them enough time to react. So if this video has benefited you and you want more videos like this, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.